Hi, I'm Patsy Conlon and welcome to Latton. We're here on a hill overlooking the village of Latton, and in the distance you can see the lake known as Lough. Then slightly to the right you can see St Mary's Church. It was built in about 1824, 1825. And if you come on head around a little bit more to the right, you will see the new school, which was built in 1977. Out beyond that, you can see the old school. It was built in 1941 and remained until 1977. Slightly then to the right again, you can see two chimneys. That is the parochial house. Father Quigley is the parish priest here now and has been here for some 12 years. Slightly ahead in this side of that here we have the resource centre, built in about 1999. Then if we come on round, we have the four blocks of houses here, two in each. They're up about 25 years. Off to the right we have the new GEA centre. This was the site of Cavan's farm, where all those buildings are. That's Sullivan's house, the new school, the resource centre and the football pitch. The footballers bought that farm in 1970 off a man called James Conlon, but it's known as Cavan's farm. James Conlon only resided in it for 3 years, roughly. Well, here beside me I have Patrick Boyle, and Patrick is a member of the Latton O'Rahilly GA. He will tell you more about the club, when it was founded and all that.
Well, the O'Rahilly Club was founded in 1917 and it's kept the flag flying since. In all that time they won 3 senior championships. The first was in 1930. We played against Inniskeen, where the great Patrick Cavan was in goals for Inniskeen on that day. They won no more senior championships until 2005 and again in 2008. A number of senior leagues and quite successful at underage football over the years, and the club is very vibrant and one of the top clubs in the county.
And how many teams will they have? Will they have a series of under 13s, 14s, under 18s? How many teams do they have in the club?
Well, underage and senior level, there's about 8 teams.
8 teams. And have any of the players gone on to play for the county?
Quite a number over the years have played for the county. At present, 2 members of the panel would be Owen Lennon and Hugh McElroy.
And going forward, how is the club going to develop? Have they any plans to develop anything in the club or get bigger? Or?
Well, they have recently extended to the centre, which is a fine centre, and many functions are held there now, and they have a lot of effort being put into underage football at the time, and we're hopeful for the future.
And did you play for the team yourself?
I played a little bit, but I wasn't about all the time to play. I played a little bit.
Work took over?
Yeah.
Well, my name is Patrick Lennon here, and we're looking over here at the hills of Ballynyima. It's supposed to be one of the highest points in County Monaghan, and just to the left of the mountain are these windmills, which are a new technology, which we're hoping will give us much cheaper electricity. We also, if we move on more to the left here, we'll see 2 new buildings here being built on our left-hand side, showing that there is a developing community. It's great to see new families moving into it. And just keep going on around to the left, there are another couple of houses there, older residents. Just more on to the left, we can view 2 chimney tops, which is another new development in the community. And just immediately there in front of us there, a little bungalow, which was built in the very recent times.
Patrick, can you tell me, is the town of Latton and the townland of Latton, is it still developing? Are there families moving in here?
Yeah. Right, the village of Latton is still developing, and over the last number of years, various people have moved into the area, built new houses, and as you will see later on down our resource centre down here is a very important part of the community, and it's been a great asset to the community. And while the country at large doesn't seem to be going well, the village of Latton is developing all the time, and it's a very, very good community.
And are there families moving in here? Are there new families?
New families moving in, various new families, more new families moving up into the Bourne area than there is in this area. But a lot of the young people in this area are sort of inclined to build here in the community and remain in the community, which is great for the community.
Okay, the fact that people are moving in and new families are moving in and new houses, does the village still retain its country charm?
It does. This is still a country area, and this is a community, and this is a place where we all combine to help each other, and it's still a country place. You know, we didn't get away into the city life at all, so it remains a country community.
So is the key word there, it's a community?
It's a community.
And it's a community that's growing?
It's a community that's growing and has developed over the last number of years, and will continue to develop. And we hope that immigration doesn't hinder it in any way.
Very good. And with the technology growing there, you're certainly, as they'd say, growing at a pace with technology and the land.
With technology and the land, maybe these windmills are not a very pretty sight, but we're going to have to put up with that. And if it does make life better for the people and a cheaper electricity, then we'll put up with that too. We're a community that we welcome everything. We're not a community that object to anything. If it's for the good of the community, we'll have it, and we're willing to try anything out.
Forward thinking.
Yes.
My name is Michael McCabe, and I want to point out about unique to this area is there are at least 10 forts dating back to mythological times, and this one here would be Drumclave. There's at least 10 or 12 can be seen from this point. And moving on round here, you have Dunmckenna, Clannacullion, Drumlude, Killilis, Lisnalong, Drumclave, just mentioning a few of them.
Michael, tell me, what were the forts used for?
Well, legend has it that when Ireland was, it was all planted, and the farming community that brought in their cattle for safekeeping at night. They were cleaning up the whole area, and the cattle and the people lived in the forts for protection. And then in later years, the chieftains used them as lookout points for different tribes that would be trying to steal their cattle and steal their property.
Mm. And would these be the old chieftains of Ireland, the Cucullins, the kings of Ireland?
Yes. They would originate back. It goes way back to the chieftains of Ireland, the Cucullins, and it's way back beyond records, really.
And tell me, were they sacred sites, or were they administration sites, or were they sacred sites?
Well, not really. There would be secret sites because, as tradition has it, that nobody interferes with them. Mm-hmm. That's why you have so many of them there as there were, because they were supposed to be very unlucky to interfere with either a fort or a lone bush. They were supposed to be the little people were supposed to live in them.
Well, the Tuat de Danann and that.
Yes.
Well, the last question there, the forts that we can see around Latton here, are they in a state of preserve?
Oh yes. They're same as they were hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Some of them have grown like over and with grouse but they're there as they were.
Totally untouched.
Totally untouched. Yeah. It's very, very unique in this part of the country.
Right, we're here now in front of St Mary's Chapel. This is the Roman Catholic Church. It was built in 1824, 1825. It has been the parish church since that. So I think we'll go inside now and have a look inside.
Patsy, do you remember the galleries here?
Oh, indeed I do, John. In actual fact, the first money ever I earned was at the taking down of the galleries here in 1966.
Yes. We had a gallery each side end of the chapel. I think it came out probably as far as that window over there, or the first window past it a bit. And we had one behind me here. My left-hand side was known as the men's side of the chapel. The men all came in that door, and the boys. And my right-hand side was the women's side. And the school children or school girls, they sat here in the front seats, here in front of the yard.
That's right. And remember, on this gallery here, you probably remember it well too, that's where the choir sat up there.
That's correct.
And there was a great purple curtain right round it. And my own aunt,
That's right.
Mrs. O'Daly, she was the organist up there, and that's where they sat up on that gallery up there.
Yeah.
So on the Sundays and during holy hours and that's where they performed from that gallery up there.
Yeah. And we had a pulpit down here at the back. It was central in the chapel. And we used to have a holy hour every first Sunday, roughly 6 o'clock in the evening or that. And that's where the priest give a sermon from or read the prayers and all that for that hour from that pulpit. It was the same material as the altar rails here and that. And
yeah, lovely carving and everything.
carving, yes,
yeah.
very nice. And behind me here we had 3 altars. This is the base of the main altar here, still here. But the top of this small altar on my left, it's part of what was originally the top
That's right.
of the main altar. Yeah. But we had a similar little altar, similar to that one, on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone.
It's gone.
And the altar rails, of course, were
Different shape.
different shape at that time. Was that done?
That was done in 66 as well, and during that time.
Yeah.
I think it was only McDermott was the man that done the woodwork at that time, who redesigned the altar rails. They used to go straight over and in at 90 degrees and then out at 90 and back in again.
Back in.
But he changed all that and he cut down the altar that time.
Yeah, well,
That little it's part of the altar that was over there, but it's cut down to,
yeah. The steps,
I suppose, yeah.
Patsy. The steps to this one over here, they were at that back corner. They went up so far and then back up the back wall.
That's right.
And there were similar steps on what we called the men's side.
Yeah.
In that corner to get you up there.